Yeah. So, yogis, welcome, and hopefully I'm audible. I will switch off the ACs once I get you guys settled down. So, settle down with either Vajrasana, which is this, or cross-legged, whichever works for you. Spine tall, shoulders relaxed, your palms on your thighs, chin parallel to the floor. See if you can get into your breath. The stated intention today is upper body. So if you have any misgivings about it, let it go, because you do remember that you practice within your limitations. It's never an evil thing. If you can't do something, just leave it out, or use a modification so it's more accessible to you. But stay with your breath for a bit while I switch off my devices. One nice long breath. Inhale, take your arms all the way up, interlace your fingers, push up. Pushing. And when you're ready, release. Behind you, squeeze your shoulder blades in, extend your elbows, take your heart up. So we'll do this repetition a few times. Each time, see if you can go into a slightly deeper back bend, and then release, interlace your fingers in front of you, round your back. Imagine your arms are being torn out of your shoulders. And reverse back to your back bend. Inhale, take your heart up, chin up, shoulders away from the ears. So there's a tendency to kind of creep your shoulders up. Do that. Keep them away from the ears. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades in. Squeeze your elbows in towards each other. And release back into rounding of your back. Keep pulling your arms away. Tuck your chin in. Once again, interlace your fingers behind you. See if you can go into a deeper back bend. Chin up. Shoulders away from the ears. And last time, in front of you, round your back. And release. We'll do the same thing. So it's what you were doing was essentially a sitting cat and cow. We'll do on all fours cat and cow. So get onto all fours, making sure your shoulders are over your wrists, your hips are over your knees. Hopefully, if your spine is neutral, your hips would be kind of level, depending on how long your arms are. When you're ready, inhale, take your tailbone up, chin up. So this is a slightly more different feeling because you don't have your shoulder blades moving in towards each other. You're not forcing that. See if you can do that just of their own. And then exhale, round your back, tuck your tailbone in, chin in, and keep taking your middle back up towards the ceiling. Inhale to cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then just tuck your toes in. See if you can push into the palms and lift your knees just 1 inch above. So you're just getting a lot more weight into your shoulders. Chin up. Stay with your breath. And release your knees down. Keep your toes tucked in, get your hips to over your heels, so you're sitting on your hips, shake out your wrists, and then bunch your palms into a fist, a few rounds in one direction and a few rounds in the other. And this is something you can always come back to, because obviously it's upper body, so there's always going to be a lot of pressure on your palms. And so a lot of strain on your wrist. So this is a good way to relieve that stress from your wrists. Now, once again, get onto all fours. And this time, just flip your palms over. So the back of your palm is on the mat and your fingers are facing back towards your knees. And the soft of your palms are up. So do it on one side and then do it on the other. And then be really careful. Don't try and straighten out your elbows immediately. Just feel that stretch on the outer side of your wrist. Then maybe move your shoulders in a circle above your palms in one direction for 3 times and the other direction for 3 times. So you should be feeling sensations around your wrists or in your wrists. And then once again, tuck your toes in, go back, sit on your heels, shake it out. This time, go back to all fours, and now just turn your fingers so they face outwards, and then turn them once again so they face back towards your knees, but this time the soft of your palms are down on the mat. And then slowly, gently push your hips back, shoulders back, so you feel the stretch on the inner side of your wrists. So go slowly, no rapid movements here, just feel that stretch. These are very delicate muscles and tendons, so you're kind of warming them up slowly. Come back, shoulders over wrists, and then again push back. Come back, shoulders over wrists, and gently again push your hips back. Once again, tuck your toes in, sit back on your heels, circle your wrists one direction, circle your wrists in the other, shake it out if you need to. Go back to all fours. This time, when you're ready, right arm next to right ear, reach through your fingertips and left toes all the way back. So your left leg, extend that knee as straight as you can. Reach through your right fingertips, reach through your left toes. Try and keep that leg parallel to the floor. You're engaging your core to the extent you can, and then notice your left shoulder. If you're like me right now, sinking into your left shoulder and looking pathetic, pull out of your left shoulder, be energetic. Reach forward with your right fingertips, chin up. So stay as still as you can, and then slowly release. Switch over. So keep your knees about hip width apart. So your hips are directly above your knees. Left arm next to left ear, right toes all the way back. Reach through your toes, reach through your fingertips, chin up. Your spine is parallel to the floor, your right leg is parallel to the floor, your left arm is parallel to the floor. And then get attention to your right shoulder. If you're sinking in, push up and out of that right shoulder. So energize that right arm. You kind of need to put energy into it, otherwise you kind of just gravitate downwards, which is not what you're looking for right now. And slowly release. Walk your knees slightly back. Make sure your palms are shoulder width apart. How far back do you walk your knees? Well, not very far, like probably 1 palm distance back. Then keeping your chin up, start pushing your hips forward. Now, because you're pushing your hip forward, you need to start bending your elbows, because otherwise there's no place to go. You don't want to sag your hips down like this. You want to maintain a straight spine, and because you're pushing your hips forward, you bend your elbows, and you end with your torso in line with your elbows, chin up. So that's your half chaturanga. Now here, if your shoulders are moving up towards your ears, push your shoulders back away from the ears. So probably things are shaking if you're not used to this. If not, well, good for you. And then push back up. So whenever we're doing a chaturanga and you feel you don't want to do it, or you just want to practice increasing your strength, this is the way to go. So let's do it once again. Rather than just bending your elbows first shot, think of pushing your hips forward without sagging your hips down. So because you're pushing your hips forward, because you're taking your heart forward, your elbows have to bend. They don't have a choice. Stay here with your elbows in line with your torso. Hug your torso with your elbows, and then slowly push back. Land back onto your heels. Shake it out. Keep a tall spine, and this time get your right ear down to your right shoulder. Keep reaching down with your left fingertips. So you should be feeling the stretch on the left side of your neck. Come back to neutral. Left ear down towards your left shoulder. Right palm, fingertips reaching down to the mat. You should be feeling a stretch on the right side of your shoulder. When you're ready, release. Get back to all four. Tuck your toes in. Get your hips up and back into your first down dog. Keep pushing the mat forward with your palms, which are shoulder width apart. Index fingers parallel, fingers are spread. Because you're pushing the mat forward with your palms, your shoulders are moving back and your tailbone is moving back and up. Now bring focus to your knees. Are they straight or are they bent? Can you straighten your knees a little bit more? If you're finding resistance, start cycling. So bend one knee, straighten it, bend the other one, straighten it, bend the first one again. Each time you bend the knee, see if you can take your shoulders back a little more. Once you feel you've developed enough heat, straighten both your knees. Externally rotate the arms of the shoulders. Feel that wrapping sensation around your lateral upper back. Stay with your breath. Pull your navel in. When you're ready, inhale. Come up on your tippy toes. Slide your hips forward. End up in plank. Shoulders over wrists. Hips in line with shoulders. Hold plank for as long as you can. If it's getting too much, feel free to drop your knees down. So just stay for just a few more seconds. And when you're ready, start bending your knees, but really slowly. Count of 10, get them down to the mat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Push your hips forward again. Bend your elbows, half a chaturanga, chin up. Let's count for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your toes in, pick up your knees, hips up and back, down dog. Notice how the pressure changes from your shoulders, from your triceps, from your biceps, into your palms. Look forward, get your right foot all the way forward between your palms, drop your left heel down, heel to arch alignment. Inhale, circle up, warrior two. With your warrior two, take your right palm up, turn it to face the back,
Get it on top of your upper back. Sweep your left arm behind you. If you can, interlace your fingers into a nice little tricep stretch. If you can't, just hold on to your shirt with both your palms and then like pull the shirt apart, which means you're trying to tear the shirt by taking your palms apart. So whatever works. Once you're doing this, you should feel the tricep stretch in your right tricep. If you want, go ahead, push the back of your head against your tricep so you get a little deeper stretch, and then see if you can get into a little deeper warrior two with your legs. Keep pushing your left pinky toe into the mat. Release your arms, windmill your arms around. Front foot all the way back to plank. Yogi's choice, either you drop your knees down for half a chaturanga, or if you wish, full chaturanga, but this time the movement comes from your heels because that's where you start. So when you push your heels forward, come onto your tippy toes, your shoulders go beyond your fingertips, and then you start bending your elbows. Stop when you reach torso height. If your hips are sagging down like this, it's better you let your knees go down and do a proper half chaturanga rather than a misaligned full chaturanga. Chin up and then slowly release all the way down. Relax all 10 toes on the mat. Circle your shoulders up, back and down. Push the mat forward, baby cobra. Stay with your breath. Reach your toes further back. Imagine there's a block between your knees. Push into that imaginary block. Then release your palms off the mat. So all this is optional. If you want, circle your palms around. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your shoulder blades, extend your elbows. Inhale, see if you can come up a little more. And release your palms back, under your shoulders, tuck your toes in, come up through your knees, hips up and back, down dog. Look forward, get your left foot all the way forward between your palms. Drop your right heel down, heel to arch, feet are perpendicular. Circle up, warrior two. This time, take your left palm up, turn your palm to face the back. Get your palm onto your upper back. Circle your right arm behind, either hold on to your shirt and pull, and then see if you can get your head in front of your tricep and push it back. If you can interlace, go ahead and interlace. Keep getting your left hip down towards your left ankle. Keep pushing down into your right pinky toe, right knee straight. Stay with your breath. Windmill your arms round, all the way down, front foot all the way back, into plank. Just for a few seconds, take your right leg off the mat, see if you can reach back with your right toes, chin up. And then drop your right foot down, take your left leg up, left toes reaching back, chin up. Keep pushing down into your palms, keep moving away from the floor. So don't sink into your shoulders, push up. Release your left foot down, get down to all fours, knees down. When you're ready, inhale, right arm next to right ear, left toes up, and then exhale, circle your right palm to the right, left toes to the right, left toes pointing forward. So not pointing down, pointing forward. Keep moving the left toes forward as much as you can.
Pull out of your left shoulder, chin up. And circle back. Slowly release. When you're ready, left arm next to left ear, right toes all the way back. Circle your left arm to the left, right toes circling to the right, toes pointing forward, leg parallel to the floor, arm parallel to the floor, chin up, toes moving as far forward as you can. Don't give up on your breath. Pull out of your right shoulder. Circle back. Palm down, knee down. Tuck your toes, hips up and back. Down dog. In your down dog, without moving your shoulders. So I'm going to ask you to take your right leg up, keep your hips neutral. But in order to take your right leg up, don't push your shoulders forward, take it up and push it back. Keep your shoulders where they are, engage your core, and then take your right leg up. Reach up as much as you can. Point your toes if you need to. Get your right leg down, keeping your shoulders where they are. Float your left leg up. Once again, point with your toes. Reach up higher. Feel it stretch. Without opening up your left hip over your right hip. So keep your hips level. Slowly release. When you're ready, look forward between your palms. Get your right foot all the way forward between your palms. Drop your left heel down, heel to heel alignment or a little distance away. Left foot in at 45. Keep pushing your tailbone down and forward. Inhale, come up. Warrior one. So first, just settle into warrior one. Keep pushing the tailbone down and forward. Left knee straight. Push into your left pinky toe. When you're ready, circle your arms to the side. Hold for a bit. When you're ready, take your arms all the way back up. Inhale. Exhale, cactus. Come to, you get your elbows to shoulder height. Fingers pointing up. From cactus, inhale, take your elbows back towards each other. Exhale, back to cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, elbows back. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Last time, exhale, cactus. Inhale, elbows back. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Windmill your palms all the way down. Front foot all the way back to plank. You got a choice, knees, chest, chin, half a chaturanga or full chaturanga. Go for it, chin up. Notice that when you're in chaturanga, your forearm is perpendicular to the floor. Your upper arm is perpendicular at the elbow, and your elbow is torso height. When you're ready, all the way down. Reach your toes all the way back. Push the mat forward into cobra. Keep your hip points down on the mat. Keep reaching your heart forward and up. See if you can keep pushing your shoulders away from the ears. Neck, a natural extension of your spine, elbows in towards the body. Tuck your toes in. Come up through your knees, hips up and back. Down dog. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, push back to down dog, but keep pushing with the base of your palms. Keep taking your tailbone up. When you feel the resistance, you can't take your tailbone up anymore, then release your heels down into your down dog. See if you need to externally rotate your arms and the shoulders. Look forward, get your left foot all the way forward between your palms. Drop your right heel down, either heel to heel or 2 fist distance away. Keep your tailbone down and low. Inhale, come up. Warrior one. Keep pushing your tailbone down and forward. Reach up. Inhale. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, elbows back. See if you can squeeze a little more. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, elbows back. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, elbows back. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, all the way up. Is your back knee straight? Is your tailbone still pushing down and forward? Windmill your palms all the way down. Front foot all the way back. Hips up and back. Down dog. Keep your knees straight. When you're ready, get your right knee to your right elbow into plank. Hold. Keep pulling the knee up towards your armpit. Push back to plank. Hips up and back. Exhale. Down dog. Get your left knee in towards your chest. Inhale and exhale, left knee to left elbow, plank. Shin moving up. Pull that left knee up towards your armpit. Stay with your breath. See if you can spread your left toes. And push back. Hips up and back, down dog. Bend your knees, child's pose. Slowly come up to seated, wherever is comfortable. Let's break it up for a bit, so that gives you a little bit of a breather. Remember, I asked you to get a belt. I don't know if you guys even read. So here's my belt. If you don't have a belt, grab a towel, anything that will give you a little bit of length. So here's what you're gonna do. Start with a comfortable enough distance and hold it in front of you. And then just take it up. Keep your elbows straight and as far back as you can, and see if you can go all the way down. Once again, keep your arms about as far apart as you can on either side and all the way up and down. Now, if it gets too much and you feel stuck here, do not force it down. So just feel that, see if you can go a little further out with your belt and see if you can get it down. But do not force anything, otherwise I promise you, you will break something or tear something, and that's not what you want to do. You want to gently open out your shoulders, you want to gently kind of squeeze into your back. So be careful. When you're ready, hold on to your belt or your towel, and let's just do 3 rounds. Slowly. Notice where you find your resistance.
Now, if you feel you've loosened up enough, you kind of move your palms in closer to each other. If you feel like you don't want to do it, you don't need to. So just move your palms in slightly. And once again, inhale up and back. And back. Also remember, keep going slow. You don't want to damage anything. You don't want to tear anything. If you feel stuck, just feel free to get your palms back out again. Idea is to increase your mobility step by step. You're not going to suddenly be able to, get your palms together, and you're not suddenly going to be able to get all that flexibility. So you just build it up. If you want, once again, get your palms in a little closer and give it a shot. This is probably where I get stuck. So I'm not going to force it. Well, yeah, okay, I could just barely manage, but getting back is difficult. So you've got to decide what's a comfortable level, just challenging. So go back to a position that's just challenging, and 3 more rounds. And then you can get rid of your belt or your towel. And this time, hold on to your elbows. Get your elbows on the mat. Interlace your fingers in front of you. Walk your feet back. Hips up and back to dolphin. So there's really no fixed position that your feet need to be in, as long as you can keep pushing your shoulders back and you don't kind of look like your shoulders are directly above your elbows. And again, how far back you take your shoulders completely depends on the level of flexibility you have with your shoulders. You're trying to open out your shoulders little by little by pushing down and forward with your forearms. So that gives you the strength to push back your shoulders. It's a bit like down dog. And you keep taking your hips up and back. You try and keep a straight spine. When you're ready, let's move to dolphin. So let's do 5 quick transitions. So you're already in dolphin, move to shark. So shoulders start moving forward, above your elbows, beyond your elbows. Heart is 1 inch above your fist, and then push back to dolphin. So that's 1. Let's go. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5. Push back to dolphin, go to the max, get down to your knees, relax your hips on your heels, child's pose. If you want to relieve a little bit of that pressure, interlace your fingers behind you, extend your elbows up, so your palms are facing, the back of your palms are up towards the ceiling, and then see if you can rotate your arms to get your palms over your head. It may not be much, but you feel that shoulder joint easing up. And release. Slowly come up to seated, nice and gentle. So before we started today, someone was telling me, please go nice and easy. I hope this fits your definition of nice and easy. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to go back into the dolphin, and then we'll move dolphin to shark. But this time, we're going to move like super slow. So dolphin to shark, the transition will be on 10 counts. And shark to dolphin, the transition will be on 10 counts. And we'll do about 20 reps. Okay, so that'll take around half an hour and then we're done. Then we'll just do Shavasana. So yeah, I can see a few people already logging off. That should not be an option anymore. Anyway, so hold on to your elbows. Get down into dolphin, tuck your toes in, hips up and back, dolphin. When you're ready, 1, 2, move to sharp, 3, ever so slowly, 4, 5, elbows, shoulders over elbows, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, move back to dolphin, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, dolphin, move to shark, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, shark, move to dolphin, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, dolphin, yogi's choice, either relax in child's pose or give me one more to shark, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, shark, back to dolphin, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and yeah, let it go, child's pose. Arms next to you. If you want, interlace your fingers behind you and over your head, whatever feels good. And slowly. Okay, let's break it up into a nice little eagle pose. The reason I like to do eagle pose is with so much pressure being put on your back and your core, eagle kind of nicely just lets you for once get your shoulders in towards each other. Mostly if you notice, your shoulders stay away from your ears and you're gently squeezing your shoulder blades in towards each other. So this one is the only one where you kind of allow your shoulders to kind of get in. When you're ready, all your weight on your left foot, cross your right knee over your left knee. So I mean really cross. I don't mean leave a gap like this. I mean really cross it. If you've got to make sure that your hips remain facing forward. So if you've got that flexibility, hook your toes behind your calf. If I try to do that, my hip starts pushing forward, which is not good. So I just leave my foot hanging. If balance is a challenge, go ahead. Put your toe down on the mat. No one's looking, trust me. So your right knee is on top. Take your arms forward. Circle right arm below, left arm up. Cross your elbows or even further up if you can and recross. So sometimes you can get palm against palm. Sometimes it's just thumb and pinky. So whatever is your flexibility, go ahead and see if you can squeeze in a little more. And then keeping your standing knee straight, keep taking your elbows up as much as you can. When you're ready, start bending your standing knee. Keep pushing your tailbone back and down. So it's like a chair pose, but keep your spine tall. So you don't want your spine rounding up right now. So you want to keep your spine tall. Keep pushing your tailbone back and down. There'll be a limit
beyond which you may not be able to get your tailbone back and down. When you reach that limit, you can start rounding your back to get your elbows to touch your knees. Enjoy that sense of relief. And then first start straightening out your back. Once your back is straightened out, start coming up. Once your vertical straighten out, your standing knee, once again take your elbows as high as possible. Release and release your foot. Shake it out. Of course, we got to do the other side. So all your weight on your right foot, toes pointing forward, left knee crosses over the right knee. If you can, hook behind. If you can't, it's perfectly fine, leave it out. Arms out. Left arm goes below your right arm. Cross even ahead of your elbows. Recross. Standing knee straight. Keep taking your elbows up. So try and keep your elbows moving forward, away from your chest and up towards your head. When you're ready, start bending your right knee, pushing your tailbone back and down, but keeping a tall spine so your spine doesn't round at all. Keep pushing your tailbone back and down. And then once you reach your limit, maybe round your back to reach your elbows to your knees. Hang in there for a bit. And then slowly first straighten out your spine, then come back to standing. And then keep taking your elbows up, standing knees straight. Release your arms, release your legs. So I'm just wondering, with all this upper body strength, what are we going to do? We could get into a few balances. So because we've not done a lot of external rotation of the thigh at the hips, I'm not gonna do the flying lizard. What we'll do is the Mayurasana. Now I know the Mayurasana may not be accessible to everyone, which is completely fine. But what we'll do is we'll build it up in stages. We've already kind of warmed up shoulders, chest, back, and abs. So all that is good to go. The only thing that you need to work on is your lower back, which we've not really done. So you remember we did the locust last time? Let's do the locust again. Turn your palms down towards the mat and get your palm under your thigh. The other palm also under your thigh, so the pinky fingers are touching. Your abdomen is over your elbows. You reach back with your toes. Your shoulders and your chin are on the mat. And initially just watch. So inhale, just take your feet up as much as you can. All the action is coming from your lower back. You're not bending your knees. I mean, anyone can do this. So you're going to reach back with your toes and you can join in if you're in position. With your next inhale, take your toes as high up as you can and hold. If you find holding difficult, come down, take it up again, maybe a little higher. See where you need to push down, into your elbows, into your palms, into your shoulders. Don't give up on your breath. Stay with an easy, steady breath. And then slowly let it go. Release your palms from underneath of you, palm on top of palm, forehead on your palm, relax for a bit. And then slowly come up to seated. And let's prep for Mayurasana. So this is something we can all do together. So first thing, get your elbows together and your palms are together. So elbows together, palms together. Then, keeping your elbows together, separate your palms as much as you can. Then see if you can turn your palms to face up towards the ceiling. So this is all I can go. If I try and go further, the elbows kind of separate out. You don't want that. You want the elbows together, palms as far out as you can. So let it go. One more time. High five or high namaste, whichever place you're in right now. So try and keep your elbows in line with your shoulders. And then separate your palms as much as you can, and then turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Just hold this. 5, 4, I know the shoulder muscles are screaming. 3, 2, 1, let it go. Okay, strangely, that was the difficult part. Now we'll go to the easy part, which is high five or high namaste. Push the elbows into the solar plexus and separate your wrists, separate your palms facing forward. So there is a little bit of rounding going on in your back, which is cool because you want to really stab your solar plexus with your elbows. Keep your palms moving away and let it go. One more time. High five, high namaste, whatever works. Elbows together, palms together. Stab yourself. Separate your palms, palms facing forward. Okay, let it go. Now, all of you just watch. And yeah, one more thing. So I'll demonstrate the Mayurasana or the peacock pose. And then if you want me to watch you, I will actually kind of, get out of my screen, but you know this is recorded, right? So only if you're willing to get onto the YouTube channel of mine, so I can kind of see what you're doing and help you, only if you want to. And I'll also probably unmute you guys. So right now, try not to do anything, just watch so you get the technique. So you do the same thing, stab in, elbows, wrists out, palms facing forward, and then get your palms down onto the mat. So you're putting your weight on your triceps. Then you spread your knees apart as much as you can. Now keep thinking of taking your heart forward. Your fingers are spread. Keep thinking of taking your heart forward. Get one knee off the floor, get the other knee off the floor. And just hold this balance. Gets too much, drop your knees down, let it go. So in fact, start with your knees far apart. Maybe that's better. You want to give it another shot. Once again, high five, stab, separate, down. Weight, you should feel your weight on your elbows and your triceps. Heart moves forward, knees off, and then if you can, start straightening your knees. The more you straighten, the more you need to take your heart forward. And then see if you can take your toes up. And let it go. So that's your Mayurasana. I'm gonna release my pin. I'm gonna unmute you guys. So you're unmuted.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mama.
Okay. So Nasreen, you want to go? Anyone who wants? Ranjani, you need to keep your wrists as far apart as
I
possible.
done say that. Today I done very nicely. Thank you, thank you.
Good.
It was a very good thing. Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate.
Bend your elbows more, Ranjani.
Okay. It was very good.
I can't hear you, Ranjini.
I didn't. Others nothing.
So you're trying to stab your tummy and then
Spread your knees, spread your knees.
oh good lord.
Elbows together. Okay, down you go. Keep your wrists apart, as far apart as you can. The more base you cover. Yup. Are you feeling the pressure on your triceps and your elbows?
Oh yeah, and my shoulders though.
Yeah, fine. Chin up, chin up, chin up, chin up. Wrists are not far apart. Yeah, chin up, chin up. Okay. Spread your knees, get one knee off, get the other knee off.
Oh, right now I can't.
Don't take your knee back, just get it off the mat. Going back takes time.
Oh, you mean just apart first?
Yeah, and then lift them off the mat. That's it. Don't think of taking them back yet. One step at a time.
Okay.
Heart moves forward, chin up.
Oh no, moment.
Okay, no
Oh.
worries. Okay.
Shall I try again? Okay, this has to be practiced. I'll do it again.
Okay. I'm going back to pinning myself.
Oh, okay.
And
You're giving me donuts. Okay, Mohammed.
I'm going back to muting everybody. And now let's do something else. We've done this before, but it's interesting enough. It's once again to loosen out the shoulders. Remember, I asked you to get a block. If you don't have a block, just use a phone. So keep the phone in the palm of your hand. So when you're ready, everyone, we'll start with the left palm. So keep your elbow right angle. So you're looking like this. Okay. Move your elbow a little further away from your body. The block moves in towards your waist. So it could be a block, it could be a book, it could be a phone. Then you move back. Then the block circles around in front of you, and then you reach back as much as you can. Come forward, and you're back to your starting position. So that's one full round. Got it? Join in. Elbow away, in towards your waist, back, circle in the front, all the way back, reach back, and back to neutral. That's round two. Third time, last time, promise. Elbow away, move in towards your waist, move back, circle forward, reach across, reach back as much as you can, and back to neutral. Now, while you're doing this, of course, there'll be some tilting of your spine, but try and remain as tall as you can and let all the stretch come from the shoulder. So even when you're doing this or you're reaching back, let the stretch come from the shoulder, not your spine tilting. There will be some tilting of the spine, that's fine. Okay, let's move to the right palm. So same thing, start with right angles, get your elbow a little further away, in towards the waist, back, circle around, all the way around, reach back as much as you can, and back to starting. That's one. Elbow away, move in, back, circle, 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 forward, and reach back as much as you can. You should feel the stretch in your shoulder, and come back. One last time, elbow away, in, go back, come forward, reach up and across, reach back, and come back to starting. Let's go back to the left palm. This time, so we'll just do the opposite. So this time, instead of going in, you go out. Reach back, reach back, reach back, circle back, circle back, circle back, circle across, up, come forward. This time the block is moving away, and from the back, you get it to the waist and forward. So that's one. Let's go for round two. Reach back, reach back, reach back, reach, circle up, circle up, circle up, circle across, circle across. The block remains facing up towards the sky. If you notice, I'm not tilting the block. And then reach back. From the back, it comes back forward to starting position. Last time, circle back from the outside, reach back, reach up, reach across as much as you can. Circle forward and down, circle out, and get it back forward. Switch sides, so we're back to the right side. Circle from the outside, reach back even more, reach up, circle across, circle forward, circle down, spiral down, reach back, and elbow out and forward. Once again, circle back, reach back, circle across. Try and keep as straight an elbow as you can. Reach across, circle forward, spiral down, spiral back, and come back to neutral. Last time, circle back from the outside, reach back, reach up, reach across. Circle forwards, down, back, in, oh well, I dropped it, and forward. Right. You can get rid of your blocks. When you're ready, we'll just spend a few minutes releasing all that tension. So we're gonna do broken wings. Unfortunately, I don't have my timer with me, but that's okay. We'll approximate with 20 breaths on each side. So broken wings is rather easy. It's the eagle pose. You cross your elbows as much as you can, one arm in front of the other, and then just lay down with your chin tucking in, and you stretch your fingertips as far away from each other as possible. So you should be feeling a huge stretch on your upper back, around your shoulder blades, and your triceps. If this is too much, just remove one arm out of the equation, just keep it on one side. So you decide which way you want to go. Time starts now. Gently release, lift your head, wriggle your elbows closer to each other, And then simply reverse your arms. So whichever arm was behind, get that forward. If you were on one arm alone, just switch your sides. Slide your elbows away from each other. Once again, tuck your chin in, and your time starts now. Gently release into either Shavasana or lying on your stomach in crocodile. Whatever works for you. Final relaxation. When ready, find yourself back up to seated. Slowly transition. So if you're on your stomach, maybe push back into child's pose. If you're on your backs, tuck your knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Gently rock from side to side. And whenever you're ready, roll over to your right. Turn your face down. Blink your eyes open. Come back to seated. If you're in child's pose, push out and get into either Vajrasana seated, cross-legged seated, whatever works. Palms in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Just a few seconds of gratitude towards yourself for being here, setting aside this time of your day. Practice with me. Go back to your intentions. Were you aware of what today's practice was about? Were you caught by surprise? Was it gentle enough? When you started, what was your intention? Max it out, stay within my limits, don't allow my ego to get the better of me. What was your practice? Was it an upper body practice? Was it an ego practice? Keeping the ego at bay. Give it a shot, and if you can't do it, let it go. Namaste, yogis. As always, lovely to practice with you. See you guys on Sunday.